Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Sputnik International reports that the White House has declined to provide U.S. lawmakers with an estimate of the costs associated with its aggression against Iran. White House Budget Director Russell Vought stated that such figures fluctuate and are difficult to assess, adding, "I wouldn't want to make a characterization of that at this point." This refusal comes amidst reports from senators suggesting the conflict could be costing the United States up to $10 billion a week. The administration is reportedly preparing to request additional defense funding, prompting critics to accuse officials of attempting to conceal the true scale of spending. These concerns are heightened by the continuous growth of the U.S. national debt. The U.S. and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury against Iran on February 28, 2026, over alleged nuclear program development, while Iran launched Operation True Promise 4 in retaliation. Al Jazeera reports that Denis Sassou Nguesso has officially begun his fifth term as president of the Republic of Congo. Following a re-election victory where he secured more than 94% of the vote, President Nguesso extends his tenure, which now spans nearly 42 years. This latest swearing-in ceremony solidifies his continued leadership in the Central African nation, marking another significant milestone in his long-standing political career. His extended rule highlights the enduring political landscape of the Republic of Congo under his governance. NPR reports that Todd Lyons, the acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, will step down from his role at the end of May. Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin announced Lyons' departure, wishing him well in his next opportunity within the private sector. Though the specific reason for his resignation was not immediately disclosed, Lyons, who assumed the acting director position in March 2025, was a significant figure in President Donald Trump's immigration policies, notably overseeing the implementation of mass deportations. During his tenure, ICE saw increased funding, expanded its hiring and detention capacities, and conducted high-profile enforcement operations. His leadership also drew controversy, particularly after 2 American protesters died during federal immigration operations, leading to public backlash and low favorability ratings for ICE in a recent poll. His successor faces an agency still at the center of congressional debate over funding and policy. According to Xinhuanet, Chinese authorities on Friday, April 17, outlined a comprehensive set of policy priorities aimed at strengthening economic momentum, expanding domestic demand, and ensuring stable development. Wang Chonglin, deputy head of the National Development and Reform Commission, stated that a coordinated mix of macro policies would be introduced, with a reserve of measures ready for timely implementation. Key initiatives include drafting an action plan for 2026-2030 to expand domestic demand and expediting major infrastructure projects. Furthermore, the government plans to boost technological innovation, accelerate emerging industries, and advance the AI Plus initiative, while also enhancing the service sector. Stronger support for employment and income growth for both urban and rural residents, alongside reinforced social safety nets for vulnerable groups, will be a focus. China also commits to ensuring stable supply and prices of essential goods like energy, resources, and food, accelerating the development of a new energy system and promoting stability in the property market. Al Jazeera reports that the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank have announced the restoration of ties with Venezuela, now operating under interim leader Delcy Rodriguez. Relations were severed in 2019 due to an international disagreement over the legitimacy of Nicolas Maduro versus Juan Guaido as the nation's rightful leader following disputed presidential elections. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva stated that this re-engagement, guided by member views, can ultimately benefit the Venezuelan people. The World Bank quickly followed suit, noting its last loan to Caracas was in 2005. This development comes weeks after the U.S. President Donald Trump's administration lifted sanctions on Rodriguez, a move seen as conferring legitimacy on the acting president. Rodriguez welcomed the announcements as a great achievement of Venezuelan diplomacy. The resumption of ties clears the path for Venezuela, burdened with over 150 billion in external liabilities, to potentially seek financial assistance from the international lenders. In 2020, the IMF had rejected Venezuela's request for a $5 billion COVID-19 emergency loan, citing the lack of international consensus on Maduro's leadership. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.